Hello everyone, I'm John Ray and I'm the president of the Alpharetta Business Association, and I'm here with our April Member of the Month, Dan Simmons with Virtual Management Technologies. How you doing, Dan?
Doing fine, John.
Good. Thanks for being with us and congratulations on being Member of the Month.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So for those that don't know you, tell them about your firm, Virtual Management Technologies, and what you do.
Well, our firm is a full-service IT company. Our main focus, however, is on data security. And the way we help people with their security of their data is we monitor all of their infrastructure 24/7, 365, and we make sure that all their backups are running properly and have worked. We use that 24/7 monitoring, and our Network Operations Center does security patches as they are available, and make sure those are installed on all the machines that our customers have. So that's our main focus, but we also do desktop support 24/7. We actually, for local clients, we do local desktop support. If they need something, they have a hardware problem or anything like that that would occur. So like I said, full service IT is what we do.
So Dan, one of the things that I find interesting about your firm is that your network center is here in Alpharetta. I mean, you're not, I guess, third party for someone else's data center. You have your own data center right here in Alpharetta.
That's correct, and that makes us a little bit different than most companies like ours. And our company is what is called a managed services company. So we have a data center here in Alpharetta where we have our own servers, obviously, where we use those to put people in a private cloud. We also have space for people to move their own servers into our data center and just basically rent space. So we do that too. Our data center is a good data center, fully redundant, meaning that we have redundant air conditioning, and as most people know, in a server room there can tend to be a lot of heat generated. So we have a raised floor, so the air conditioning goes under the floor and up through the server racks. We have redundant power supplies, and we have redundant backups in that we have dual UPS backup that probably in the case of a power outage would probably last about a half hour, and then it would the power would go to dual diesel generators to protect people's power, make sure we have power all the time.
So it's backup after backup after backup, right?
Absolutely.
So
Yes.
to maintain that 24/7 service. Now, one of the things that's happened here recently, Dan, is I know Congress has passed a law that kind of strips away some privacy. There's some focus on that, and I know one of the solutions that has been offered out there is for virtual private networks. You mentioned network in the cloud. Talk about a virtual private network and what that means for your clients.
Absolutely, and that's how our clients get to their own cloud information. We set them up with a VPN, virtual private network, so that only they can see their data, only they can get into their servers that are in the cloud. So that's how everyone gets into their own information.
That's great. So security is a big issue, of course. We hear about hacking and ransomware and that kind of thing all the time. Give a few tips to our members about what they ought to be doing as far as the security of their data.
Well, I mentioned a couple things. Backups, that's critical. So that if somebody would get a ransomware attack, we would have their data backed up and can restore that without them having to pay a ransom, right?
Sure.
So that's kind of how that works. I talked about patch management. security patches. Those are very important to make sure that all the new ransomwares and so forth are protected against in the most current manner. Passwords. Another thing that's very important as far as security is concerned. People need to have complicated passwords, and they also need to change them often. That's very important. And the other thing that we try to profess to our clients is when they're on the internet, be really careful about where your people go and what they're looking at, what they're pulling up on from the internet, files or whatever. If they don't know what it is, don't pull it up. And the same thing with email. If you get an email from somebody who you're not familiar with, don't open any file. Just delete it. If you have any doubt whatsoever, delete the email.
Yeah, gosh, we don't have enough time for you to tell some of the horror stories I'm sure you've run into, but when something like that happens. But what I do wish you would talk about for our members is talk about those who are good clients for you, the kind of clients that you work with.
Well, we have a pretty diverse client base, and CPAs firms are great, legal firms are great, but we do have manufacturing firms, pretty much anything out there that anyone that has infrastructure, that has servers, we can help them, and that's the kind of client we look for.
Great. So, Dan, you've been a member of ABA for several years now. Talk about your experience in the Alpharetta Business Association.
Well, great networking opportunities. They have a 7:30 opportunity once a month, which is great. For those who don't like the evening things, there's also an evening 5:30 on a particular Thursday night that they have that networking too. So a person can decide which one they want to go to in any particular month, or they can go to both, obviously.
Great. So, Dan, for those that are interested in being in touch with you, you've said something that piqued their interest in your services. Tell them how to be in touch.
Well, I guess 3 ways. They can go to the website, vmtech.net, and if they type in an info request, that'll come directly to us. We'll get that immediately. They can call us, 770-751-1110, or they can get me directly through email, and that would be dans@vmtech.net.
Great. Dan Simmons is our April Member of the Month for the Alpharetta Business Association. Dan, congratulations again.
Thank you.
Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.